Ben Hill, thank you to Jenna Sears, and of course, Kelly Daniel in the corner, producer James Childs. Thank you all so much for listening to the show. We'll see you soon. Be kind to one another. This is The Ramsey Show.
Ramsey Show ending? It's funny. It's Kelly in the corner. She's not doing anything.
This is James Childs, producer of The Ramsey Show. Did you know The Ramsey Show is one of the most popular podcasts in the world? Subscribe or follow today wherever you listen to podcasts.
After show beginning. Just putting some things in the chat and then we'll get started. Let's see. Whoops, almost typed in the wrong thing. Alrighty. So as I was clicking off of the YouTube page for the Ramsey Show, I saw a person in there that typed, I mostly agree with Dave's plan. That's why I'm here. He was advocating debt. So that's about as far, that's almost as far away as you can get from agreeing with Dave's plan. Almost that far. I mean, I guess you could take out debt and get a timeshare and put your money in Bank of America. What else could you do? Anyway, that's the point of that, though. But yeah, advocating debt and then say, I mostly agree with Dave's plan. What part? What part's the let's see, not paying, getting out of debt. I guess having the debt and also having the emergency fund and investing and yeah. Alrighty then. Exactly, Lucy. That's crazy. That's just so weird to say. People are inconsistent like that. Oh well. Let's see. Let's refresh this. Let's see if we're up. Got one more subscriber. That's fun. And say something else. I forgot what it was. Alright, let's get started. No bonus song today. Baby step song though, of course. Like all plans, it starts with step one. Had trouble there. $1,000 emergency fund. Step two, you'll pay off all your debt. Step mortgage, we don't do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every one of the charges, from smallest to largest. Baby step three is next. Full emergency fund of expenses. Stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach, and why I host this after show. If you don't like results you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Step 4 is when you can take a breath and go, let's gazelle and invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids, if you have any. No student loans at all for college. And 6 to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. Now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. I hope to meet him, I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach, and why I host this YouTube show. If you don't like results you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Trumpet, take it home. Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat and the people in it. All things financial and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. The link is at the top of the chat and also in the video description. You can email me about anything, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. It's right there. And you can reach me on Instagram. Add me on the Gronk. Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And as I scroll down, if you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, it'll be paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. Right, where does it start? Right there. There we go. It's reverse. All right. Today's Ramsey Show host on an all-new show in the year of our Lord 2022 were author of Questions for Humans, author of Redefining Anxiety, host of the John Deloney Show, this guy. Oh, we call him Dr. D, as you can see. But his parents named him John Deloney. Oh, he's got 2 PhDs, 2 more than me. Plus, he's got some other certs. John Deloney, never gonna spend. Gives advice, such a brilliant mind, he always sorts it up. Has the craft of the healing kind. John, woo! John Deloney. Ooh, he takes a call and then he twirls his pen and he saves the day again. John Deloney, ooh, this dude has got some range. Season of change is what you're going through, says John Deloney. Never gonna stop, gives advice, such a brilliant mind, he always sorts it out. Has the craft of the healing kind. John, woo! John Deloney. John Deloney. Diet Coke today. What up, Sid? Did the yoga? Oh, a set of brilliant mind, anxiety redefined, and put in a quick read by John Deloney. Wealth and illness has to face, they didn't face, but they probably still had fun with John Deloney. Never gonna stop, gives advice, such a brilliant mind, he always sorts it out. Has the craft of the healing kind, John, woo! John Deloney. John Deloney. John Deloney. John Deloney. Alrighty. And co-hosting with him was the host of the Fine Print Podcast, the Entree Leadership Podcast, the Borrowed Future Podcast, former YouTube host back when it was live over a year ago. That was fun. More like a year and a half, because they did stop having YouTube segments. Even when it was live, they did stop having a YouTube host some days, as George was busy with his other duties there. And we still just have the quarter verse and the what up, AJ? Quarter verse and the chorus. So let's kick it. George hosts 3 podcasts. They don't cost a cent. Borrowed Future, Entree Leadership, and the Fine Print. Opened up YouTube, saw the thumbnail was camel. It's always fun with George on the panel. Ayo wears ASOS and Deloney wears flannel. No one does it better than our guy George Camel. Paid his house off. Hosted solo yesterday. He got 2 dogs for some reason. Baby steps in. Alright. Mousepad moving around on me for some reason. Don't know why it's doing that. Market report. That's right. Down, as you can see, Dow just barely. A little over half a point down for S&P. And, of course, ensuring that yours truly will not win that fantasy mutual funds for tomorrow. The NASDAQ down 1.4%. Mostly down, though, was the most down, not mostly down, but the most down was the Russell Small Cap Index of these that are tracked here. And let's see what we got. A wrap up of it from New York Times. Stocks fall again as investors weigh gross domestic product report with fears of higher interest rates. There was an increase in the gross domestic product from last year, but apparently the fear of the higher interest rates is outweighing that. What we got here? Again, we have Apple reported hour 20 minutes ago. Let's see if we got an Apple earnings report. Beat. Let's see here. There we go. Apple now has 1.8 billion Apple devices in use. That's crazy. Around the world. iPhones, laptops, computers, iPads. How many is that? That's like every person in China, the US, and China all having a Apple device. Let's see. Revenue up 11% to a new all-time record. So maybe that'll make the after hours stuff go up, and maybe it'll go up tomorrow for Friday going into the weekend. Let's see. There was a new you gotta have debt so you get more than $3 million. So you gotta have debt and a good cash flow all at the same time in the chat. And as the show was ending, that person typed in, well, Coach Steve, I agree. What did he say? Something like, I agree with almost all of Dave's plan. That's why I'm here. Almost all of his plan, but he wants to do debt. So I think that's as far as from almost agree with him that you can be. But there you go. Who says you need more than 3 mil? That's a good point, Sid. When you got your overachievers and stuff. You know how people be, Sid. They be trying to have extra money and stuff. So, yeah. So, one might argue that having debt and trying to do it that way would ensure that you don't even have 3 million at the thing. So, what standard is that, AJ? About like how much you need to retire? Oh, let's check the rest of the planet, shall we? We got everything up in Europe. What the heck is going on there where they're so happy about life and stuff? Asia, everything down. Just like us. The currencies, the US dollar up on the euro, the US dollar up on the Japanese, and the US dollar up on the British pound, Louvre. Get some fish and chips with that. The US dollar up on the Canadian dollar, about time. And the US dollar up on the Australian dollar, mate. Another day with no shrimp on the barbie. How much is a lot of money? Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. A disgusting meme list article that was just 30 funny, pics, tweets about how there is no reason to have $1 billion and capitalism is inherently evil. That's right. The kids love to have that point of view. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think what year it was when just like a picture and a caption would pass muster as a meme, and it didn't have to like make sense or be funny, but it would be an acceptable meme no matter what. And there was definitely that time period when that started. And I'm like, what? That, at least makes some sense. I think my probably one of my favorites. I don't know. I can't try to remember a couple of them. Obviously, overly attached girlfriend favorite, and these are like boomer memes now, I guess. That one and skeptical third world kid is always good. Alrighty, and look, crypto. Look again, Bitcoin. I mean, granted, Bitcoin had probably the most room to get back, but all the rest of them been going down. Cool. So we had Apple. Talked about them today. They had a good report. So we'll see if that affects the market tomorrow. Next week we have AMD, who's going to be losing, I think, what was it, $1.5 billion deposit on trying to take over a company, but now they aren't gonna, so they lose that deposit. Alphabet, which owns the Google, the artist formerly known as Facebook, Meta Platforms is next week as well. Amazon, and then the week after that, Pfizer. Alrighty, we talked about that one. What do we got? Let's see. Matty Bags not going to Arizona. Can't take PHM off. AJ says capitalism / free market is the best chance of someone born poor to become rich. Absolutely. I agree that citing your dad owning a tech company for you to expand as an ingredient for success was stupid, but billionaires work hard for their money. Okay. All of life is a lot of hard work and a little bit of luck, and being bitter that someone else got a bit more luck than you is pointless. You right. I'm only human. Whoops. Didn't know this was playing.
They'll be able to tap their iPhone.
And I made it play more. Yeah, I try to live. Later, AJ. Take care, dog. I try not to worry about things that I can't control, such as inflation, the market going up and down, the weather, although I just complain about it being cold when it's cold. Not something else. So maybe I'll start a top 10 segment where you do like the top 10 lists of things that I worry about but I can't control, that are completely out of my control. Like no matter what you do, it's not going to change it. So that would be fun. But what is Apple to rival Square by turning iPhones into payment terminals. So yeah, so you don't need your Square, your little thing you swipe in, if the phone can do it by itself, if the phone already has that built in. So it says it's not wrong to feel a twinge of bitterness, but holding on to it is pointless, right? It does no good for anyone, and if anything, it holds you back. You're right. And usually AJ has to go to make food. Sid typed in, buy AJ, tend to your meat. Alrighty then. Devices currently require external terminals such as Squares. Apple paid $100 million for MobiWave in 2020 to build the feature. So yeah. So, if the phone automatically will do that, I mean, that's, sorry, Square, you're going to have to pivot. With that. I mean, you can still do it for Android phones, but that, if Apple's putting it in there, they will too, probably. This from the New York Times, which we can only read that much of. It's hard to tell when the crypto bubble will burst, or if there is one. Crypto prices are highly volatile, yes. As this week's sell-off showed, yes. But diehard enthusiasts believe, prices will do what? Will keep soaring in a world where traditional notions of value don't apply. They like to have that in the movie trailers. They do, in a world where, like that. Don't apply. And another good one is he gets a little more than he bargained for when, This from CNBC. Oh, look, Dow points. How about that? Nothing like a little bit of good news from the Apple. Dow futures rise 200 points as market said to wrap up a wild week. Apple shares pop. 11 minutes ago, is this going to show the stock futures rose in overnight trading Thursday? I wouldn't call it's like right after the market closed. I wouldn't go so far as to call 6:35 Eastern time overnight trading, but all right. Boosted by a jump in Apple shares as Wall Street looks to wrap up a roller coaster week on a high note. Futures on the Dow gained 200 points. S&P climbed 0.8%. And NASDAQ 1.3%. That's what we like to hear. All that is what we want to hear. Shares of Apple popped nearly 5% in after-hour trading after the company reported its largest single quarter in terms of revenue ever. Sales grew more than 11%, even amid supply challenges and lingering effects of the pandemic. Apple beat analyst estimates for sales in every product category except iPads. Okay, so what we're seeing is people are going to be buying new phones. That's what that means. This from, I did not. Oh, this one was the original one before I clicked on that. From CNBC, why the stock market hates the idea of rising interest rates. Let's see. From Greg Iacursi, maybe, or Iacursi. The idea of higher interest rates have spooked stock investors. Why? The S&P 500 stock index is down more than 9% in January as of 2 p.m. Eastern Time Thursday. A slower U.S. economy and lower corporate earnings, as well as the prospect of less risky assets like bonds becoming more attractive, may result from higher interest rates, according to financial experts. But why? Do we have a why? Why? Federal Reserve, U.S. Central Bank, expecting increases benchmark rates several times this year to tame stubbornly high inflation. Move would increase borrowing costs from near zero, where they've been since the beginning of the pandemic, for businesses and consumers. Why does the stock market care? Broadly, the reason seems to be twofold. A slowdown of the U.S. economy and prospects of other investments like bonds becoming more attractive relative to stocks. And when the Fed raises benchmark interest rate, banks and lenders tend to raise borrowing costs too. Mortgages, credit cards, and other debt become pricier, reducing consumer spending and demand. Businesses also pay more to finance their operations. All right, well, that makes sense. This from DNYUZ. I don't know what that stands for or what that would be, but that's where it is. How the computer chip shortage could incite a U.S. conflict with China. Fighting over them, maybe? War game scenario conducted by a Washington think tank. Began with, and that's not the place you want to have one of those, probably. Began with a sudden failure at 3 Taiwanese semiconductor foundries that make high-end computer chips used in such items as smartphones, automobiles, and military equipment. Halting production raised questions of whether a cyber attack by Beijing was responsible, touching off an international crisis between China and the United States that the researchers said could grind the global economy to a halt and incite a military confrontation. The wargaming study by the Center for a New American Security, which is set to be released on Thursday, illustrate how dependent the world is on Taiwanese computer chips and how that dependence could draw the United States and China into various kinds of conflict. Alrighty. I found out where the Intel plant is going to be. That's going to be in Columbus. It is going to be not in the industrial park area where there's tons of space down in Grove City, in Groveport. It is going to be basically northwest Columbus. Is that right? No, northeast Columbus. I'm sorry, got turned around. Northeast Columbus area called New Albany, which is a Ritchie area. So they paid some bank for it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they get some tax breaks, etc., etc. And maybe they got a good deal. Alrighty, this is from BBC.com. Trying to remember what that stands for. British Broadcasting Corporation, I think. Is the Pilbara the oldest place on Earth? Dating to around 3.6 billion years ago, the Pilbara region of Western Australia is home to the fossilized evidence of the Earth's oldest life forms. That was horrible. In recent years, science has confirmed what Aboriginal Australians, the world's oldest continuous living culture, always knew. The Pilbara region of Western Australia is among the oldest places on Earth. Not to be confused with Disney World and Disneyland, which are the happiest places on Earth. The Pilbara began to form more than 3.6 billion years ago, and it's a vast landscape of deep pendant reds and endless panoramas, which stretches from the west coast to the Northern Territory border, is an ancient, forbidding place. For those traveling to the region for the first time, the initial sense of space and solitude can be daunting. It's roughly double the size of Great Britain, but with a population of just 61,000, it's one of the most sparsely populated regions on Earth. Let's take a look. That looks pretty cool. World's most ancient crust is not at Domino's. That was pretty funny. Wasn't it, Kel?
Oh, you're right, Steve.
Yeah. So that's neat too. Gotta have the water reflection pick. Pretty cool. Underground stuff. Wow. Natural spa pool. Weird tree. What's that? Is that a log? What is that? A vase? I don't know what that is right there. Mountain. Pretty cool. Liquid gold. Spain's untapped liquid gold. What is that? Have tapped pine trees to extract resin, but one Spanish province, local believe this age-old practice could save rural towns while also helping the planet. Cool, cool, cool. Excuse me. This from, where is it? Foxweather.com. Arctic chill to bring 30 degrees is 30s for the first time in 11 years to Miami. Bienvenido a Miami. In some areas, the duration of temperatures of 32 degrees or below could be as much as 4 hours. I hope they'll make it. Excuse me again. I hope they'll make it over there. They might, you might have to put on a heavy jacket for those 4 hours. That's probably overnight, so you can just get in bed and be comfy cozy. All right, that's from AP, the Associated Press. Speaking of weather, Jerusalem blanketed in white after rare snowfall. Let's see how often that happens. Snow covers the Dome of the Rock Mosque and the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound in Jerusalem Old City. Thursday, January 27, 2022. Oh, there it is back there. Okay. I was looking for it, saying, I don't see no dome and no rock. I was looking for like how often it happens. I guess 1 in 11 years. Yeah, okay. That's all we got for that. That's a lot of ads and clickbaity stuff there, AP News. I am disappointed. And lastly, this is from the Washington Examiner. Black Lives Matters. Millions unaccounted for after leaders quietly jumped ship. So apparently what happened is, I skimmed this before, what happened is, the address that it has on tax forms is wrong. The charity's 2 board members won't say who controls its $60 million bankroll. Washington Examiner investigation found. Black Lives Matter's shocking lack of transparency surrounding its finances and operation raises major legal and ethical red flags. Charity experts told the Washington Examiner. The co-founder appointed 2 activists to serve as the group's senior directors following her resignation in May amid scrutiny over her personal finances. But both quietly announced in September that they never took the jobs due to disagreements with BLM. They told the Washington Examiner they don't know who now leads the nation's most influential social justice organization. So they got some problems. This is grossly irregular and improper for a nonprofit with $60 million in its coffers. All right. And we talked about the Apple already. Alrighty, let's see. Am I too tired to play some games tonight? I might do that. Might not, though. Let's see if we got another one. We did not get another one. That's okay, though. 342 is more than we had yesterday. And when I say we, it's kind of our channel. Isn't it? I mean, you're here, I'm here. It's our time, not just my time. And I appreciate you being here. Upcoming streams, maybe. We'll see how I feel when I get home. I don't know. I probably could go right to bed right this second. So we'll see. Oh, I need to get rid of that because that happened already. Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. This show, Ramsey Show, Aftershow show. And that happens right after the Ramsey Show ends. Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Alternating tech support and Ramsey Coach support. I go to the affiliated subreddit and read questions and comments, etc. off of those. And I use my expertise as a PC repair tech with 20 plus years. I'll figure out how much it is. It's over 20 years of experience. And, of course, being a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach. Wednesdays, no set time. This week it was about 7 a.m. Wednesday morning. But at some point Wednesday, I'll be posting the Curse of Oak Island No Cap recap for that week's episode. Wednesdays and Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Those are the scheduled times for Old Man Video Gaming. But I will do bonus ones, like anytime I feel like playing. And so that may be tonight. Probably some extra. I don't have much going on this weekend, so probably some extra ones this weekend as well. To give you my plugs, schedule free financial coaching consultation. Again, Ramsey Solutions certified financial coach. And you can schedule a free consultation either by clicking the link on my YouTube banner, which I believe Chris Pittman is going to fix for me because it says every day here, and that should be 2 words. And I didn't notice for a long time. You can also, that link for scheduling is also at the top of the chat and in the video description. But you just go to there, calendly.com/CoachSteveMoney is where that takes you to, and click on Financial Coaching Consultation Assessment, and it gives you a calendar, and you pick the date you want. Valentine's Day is fine. That's fine. It works for me. You can do that, and click on the time you want, and then it'll ask you for email address and stuff, and it will let me know, and I will send you an email with the information that I need to give you an accurate assessment. That P is the paypal.me/CoachSteveMoney address, and that is for donations. Can't get money from YouTube, or super chats or anything like that until I get 1,000. Which the only person on the planet that thinks 342 is almost 1,000, that would be Joy. This globe is for Instagram, and I'm Coach Steve Money, no spaces on there. And I keep saying I need to put more stuff on there. Probably should do at least like one thing every 2 days, probably. But we'll see how that works out. I'll try to do better on that. And what else? Email coachstevemoney@gmail.com, and putting the call out if anybody wants to work on some lyrics for the George Camel song, or just finish it or change it or anything like that. More than welcome to. I'd like to have some other people sing the Baby Step song. And so if you're interested in doing that, just email me and I can send you you can use any music you want to do that with, but I can send you the exact music track. It's just a karaoke track on YouTube that I use. I can send you the link for that. And so, yeah, I'd love for other people to be singing it. That would be pretty cool. Luciana, sub today. You didn't sub before today, Lucy? Lucy, you got some splendid todo. Thanks, Lucy. Appreciate it. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Other people singing certainly there's people that can sing better than me. Now, if you heard me sing it and you think or know you can sing better than me, I do, absolutely give it a shot. Would love to hear that. It'll be all right, Lucy. You all right. You all right. All right. And here's how we end it. And you say, everybody, this is for everybody, no matter who you are, even if you're Lucy. make smart financial decisions every day. And that should be 2 words, and that is, I think, in the process of being fixed, and we'll see how that goes. Again, make smart financial decisions every day. Have a good night.